Welcome to Let's Curate's webcast series. We're so thrilled to be presenting an amazing lineup of creators at this year's Art Expo exhibition in New York City. One of the most sought after international events in the art world, this event attracts over 200 galleries, artists, and publishers showcasing exciting artwork, ceramic sculptures, and much more. Today, I'm speaking to Estonian ceramics artist and designer Veronika Mozessov, who specializes in functional objects. We will be sharing links to her work for Art Expo, and these will also be available on our website. Hi, Veronika. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi from Estonia. Very glad to see you.
Same here. You know, we have featured a couple of, I think 3 or 4 of your fantastic ceramics pieces on our platform, but it is a bigger honor for me to present your work at an international event like Art Expo. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I want to actually begin by understanding why you chose ceramics. Was there something that influenced you as a child? Was it, when you were in college? I'm always interested in understanding the beginning of a journey.
Well, all my life, I loved to do something by my hands. When I was studying at Tallinn University as a teacher of handicrafts. After that, I worked at school for about 10 years. Autumn 2020, we worked with my husband in our village. When we decided to go to a neighboring village where we found an unusual house. This house was an old school where were ceramics courses. I decided to go there. Unfortunately, I visited only 4 lessons because of the lockdown. For me, ceramics was a love from the first touch. When I searched for a shop where I could order the clay and all necessary materials, and I started playing with clay at home by myself. And it was a good time of experience. At this moment, I decided that ceramics will be a part of my life, and it brings me a freedom of create. In 2022, I left my previous work and become a full-time ceramics artist.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So when you think of a collection to work on, what do you like to explore? Is there certain ideas that you like to repeat when you're starting a collection? What is your artistic philosophy?
My ceramics works explore the emotional links between shapes and colors, like picking 2 different flowers from the same garden and form a bouquet, each beautifully paired, complementing one another in sight and aesthetic.
So have you tried, I know, with the creative process, there's always, you're experimenting with something new. You have a very distinct style, which is, I have seen your other collections, and you have a very classic Veronika style when it comes to your ceramic. Have you, how did you get to that, kind of unique style that you have? Were there any experiments that you tried and then you said, you know what, this is who I am?
Oh, I always do experiments. Experiments are my lovely part of ceramics. I love ceramics because it gives me the endless opportunity of experiments. Today, my most interesting experiment is to make glasses by myself. And it is all about chemistry. And chemistry is a kind of magic. You never know what the result will be.
That's true, and actually you're right, the word magic is correctly put, because you don't know what's going to come in the end. And with you, it's always something fantastic. I've seen that. So I can see that your experiments are working really, really well as such. Can you tell me about the most challenging and the most rewarding creation that you've created so far?
Oh, I like to make art objects, but I also make two functional things what can be used in real life. So it is too hard to combine these two passions inside me. Sometimes it's hard to bring my fantasy into the clay without analyzing how they will stand, where will be the gravity center, and will they fall or not.
I can imagine that's kind of combining, like you're saying, the principles of physics and chemistry.
Yes.
Plus your creative idea. To me it sounds exciting, but I can imagine when it doesn't go well, it must be quite frustrating. But at the end of it, you get something, I'm sure that is incredibly rewarding. And speaking of which, I cannot wait for you to tell us about your presentation for Art Expo New York, which is this beautiful piece you created called Liberty. Please tell us about it, Veronika.
Liberty is an art object which can also be used as a vase. Liberty was hand built. It is a stoneware. Liberty has a unique texture. I have used pieces of blue porcelain and different pigments. After that, the Liberty was covered by glasses. This ceramics work symbolizes liberty. I have thought about what liberty means for me. For me, it is the freedom to be myself, and it is the freedom to create. That's why the liberty has two different layers. And I combine into the composition. I symbolize liberty as a fast river. You can relax and it will carry you. Without feeling free, it's very difficult to live this life.
Beautifully said, Veronika. I mean, I'm so touched by how deep the depth of your emotion when it comes to this object, and no wonder it's so beautiful, not just in the structure but in the feeling that you have transmitted through this fantastic piece. We cannot wait to see what you present next, but until then we are so happy to have you with us for Art Expo. I want to tell our viewers that Art Expo takes place from March 30th to April 2nd in New York. We will be posting this webcast on our YouTube channels and other social media channels, so you can view and purchase Veronika's fantastic work even if you cannot attend in person. For more updates, follow us on Instagram at @lets_curate, and happy curating, everyone.